Yeah, boy, City 17 and Half-Life. We're long past City 17, but we were supposed to be listening to this, so let's.
When creating a realistic game, it is important that elements within the game's world appear as they do in the real world. Achieving a realistic look is often accomplished through the use of reference photos taken by the developers from various locations. When creating the coast for Half-Life 2, Valve took photos from aircraft carriers, shipbuilding yards, and Arctic research vessels. When creating a reference for the magnetic crane, Valve employee Laura DeBuc went to West Seattle to get photos for the crane's exterior, and used the cockpit of a bulldozer as the reference for the crane's interior.
Yeah, well, who'd have thought that... Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Who would have thought that all you need to do to create things like this, to build machines that exist in real life, is just have reference pictures? Yeah, more difficult idea is to create something from scratch as usual. Controls seem weird today, like floaty, and I seem to be going off to the side for no reason. Did I push that off down yet? Yes. Right. One of the things I wanted to mention at some point is that you actually can disable the thumpers. Why the fuck would you ever do that? They're not consuming any resource. But you can. So, if you ever decide to, you have the option, you have the chance. Yeah. Right. So we've got our car over there, thrown off haphazardly lately. And we're gonna be dealing with things. If you're wondering what is gonna be the topic for today, I'm not sure. Nothing really prepared other than nothing really. Wuhan flu still going on. I don't know why I'm sliding to the sides so weirdly. Is it because I lost the used to it? Compared to Apex Legends? Maybe. That is a possibility. Games do feel differently. So, how do we go? We have to open the gate, I think, is what we have to do. Probably. That should make sense. Right. Oh, we are not able to jump high enough to vault over this railing. Alright then, thank you. Helping as always. Right. So we're on the coast now, and there is a big important piece of here. Well, we're still not in the remake, but maybe a word or two about the situation we're in. So the situation I'm in is that I'm playing Half-Life 2 update mod, which is supposedly looking better than the original, with slight improvements really. After all, it ends up not being that special, but yeah, also this is the only thing, well, it doesn't work on the boat, but it works on the car, that you can zoom in and still target and shoot things. Right, so let's enjoy this piece. What an action sequence, wouldn't you say? So, I play Half-Life 2 update. Oh well, a boss fight here. No, we're not supposed to defeat him with the car. We're supposed to defeat him with all the rockets available to us in a moment over here in a crate. See, the explosion should be giving it away, possibly. Maybe. Not sure. And also there's an entire rocket launcher over there. Shit. Which number was it? I think this one. Distract him by shooting rockets at him. That way he won't be able to... He'll be too busy shooting at the rockets instead of shooting at you. He'll be too busy shooting at something else and not you. Yes. Why are you repeating yourself? Is it because you're dumb? Maybe. It can't be really said. How many more times do I have to hit him? Mario rules don't apply here, apparently. Perfect. So this guy again, I guess we didn't really have the chance, or didn't make it so that this fucker falls down on the street here for us to take a closer look again. But maybe another time, maybe another place. We'll see about that. Maybe this. Oh, a commentary node. what have you got to say?
The Combine gunship's unique gameplay actually came about from a mistake. The gunship was to aim at the player while the player fired rockets at the gunship. However, the gunship's AI decided that the rockets fired upon it were a more immediate threat and targeted those more often than the player. This playtest did so well that the gunship battles were reimagined into what they are today, a game of cat and mouse with rockets.
Yes. This is also weird shit when it comes to game design and shit like that. So you put that code in there, otherwise it wouldn't really decide. It's not a living being thinking and making decisions and deciding what's actually a threat to it. If you don't write parameters for it to detect the rockets as a threat, it won't. But someone did, and then everyone forgot about this, I guess. I don't know how. It's like with bugs. I don't know how you go about writing a feature into an engine and then apparently coming out or like coming across it again spontaneously, thinking it just appeared. I don't know. How do you do that? So this piece, we've got this roadblock essentially with all the broken cars here, right? And that blocks us from progression, so we're not gonna be able to ride the car. We're not gonna be able to blast the broken cars off the street before the gunship destroys us, kills us. And the Tau cannon is not gonna be enough, so we need rockets. So there's this reason for you to stop here. And that feeds into the element right before that, where we've gone through there. So Half-Life update, I played because it's supposedly the thing that looks the best, which is barely any different, but also what's most important is that it doesn't change anything. That's a very important part of remakes or any HD retextures for me. All I want is all the textures in the game to just look better. I don't want them to look different. I don't want character models to be remodeled, to look different. I just want them to look better. And the biggest graphic mod update overhaul for Half-Life 2 is cinematic mod. And it changes how Alex looks like. It changes a lot of things. It gives you, or puts more, well, the authors put more trees around here somewhere for the game to look more lived in and foresty, I guess. But they really essentially just changed the look of the game to whatever they felt like would be better. And it isn't, because first off, that's not their idea of the game, and second off, changes in the game will change the experience and the gameplay as well. So the part of there where we get the car through this hole or like a warehouse, and over there and over through the ramp and through the window, you can just, ride it across and ignore the soldiers and jump through the window and be right off on the road, leaving and going and speeding right over here to this spot where you've got a boss battle. But the cinematic mod, what it does, it actually changes more of the game, and what they changes more of the game, and what they did is they recreated the mess over in here, over back at the thing where the window is, where you bust through the window, and it's terrible. Because the design of this section is that you're supposed to speed through it and feel like an action hero busting through windows in a car and speeding away. And they immediately put a roadblock in there, stopping the whole momentum of the event, of the scene, which is shit, which is terrible. And that's one of the issues of trying to do remakes. And we're gonna go over it, hopefully, in Black Mesa, because there are things to talk about there, really. But yeah, not Black Mesa yet. We still have lots of episodes to bust through. In the meantime, geez, like, at some point I did mention that I think Lost Coast creates this is a roller mine, and the roller mine is, you know, a thing that rolls about, clings to things and zaps them with electricity. For one, I don't think it's better, it's dumber and more... I don't know how to say it. What would you call it? It's less convenient, but weirder, because Combine is very rich in essence, so they can afford doing weird shit like that. Roller mines like this. So they drop those around, and when they detect someone in proximity, they spring out of the ground and start chasing after it. The problem is they drop the roller mines onto an asphalt road, if not concrete road. And those manage to dig themselves into the concrete road somehow. And then they manage to spring out of there. Kind of fucking ridiculous. It would make total sense if they were dug into like ground, like where the grass is over there. That would make sense, but in the middle of the road, that's clearly made out of concrete, not even just asphalt, that's less durable, but durable enough to drive on, and part of that is traction. But no, not digging yourself into concrete. Look at this ramp up in the difficulty. First of we encounter, jeez. Of course, I can't speak every time, I need to correct myself and improve upon what I'm saying. Even at the time when I'm actually already speaking it. So, what was I saying? Yeah, we started off meeting 1, and it's easy to deal with, and then 2, and then 3. We're not gonna come across 4, but it's supposed to be smart enough. It's supposed to be gradual increase in the difficulty. But what it is it's not that effective, considering, you know, I know the game and I know how to deal with the issue and you know, be proactive instead of reactive, which is I think would mean I can act before the mines act, so they don't really get a chance to damage me, for instance, or go through their whole cycle of animations. So you're kind of missing out on how the roller mines actually work, because I'm not letting you see it. I'm being too good for you, or for the game, and whatever. Yeah, maybe I'll let myself be hit with at least one, or at least let it cling to the car and you'll see what it looks like.
When undertaking a project as large as Half-Life 2, it's impossible to work on the entire game at once, and it's important to break it down into several smaller problems. Valve decided to tackle this by dividing the Half-Life 2 development team into smaller groups called cabals. Each cabal would consist of several people with differing talents: animators, level designers, and programmers. There were 4 cabals during Half-Life 2's development, 3 of which would work on the gameplay and would each tackle a different section of the game, such as the coast, the prison, canals, etc. The 4th would work on the cinematic scenes, working alongside the gameplay cabals to tell the story of Half-Life 2.
Yes, thank you. What's your name again? Jared, Pro Jared. Thanks, Pro Jared. How are you doing? Are you watching this video? I sort of made it because of you, because I remembered you being in it, in this mod at least, and then because of all the private issue you had. I'm sure you're listening, I'm sure of it. And your audience is listening and are very grateful for me to supporting you. Barely. Yeah. So what did I want to say? Anyway. We got some rifles here. Let's do a... what's the term? Sweep, breach and clear? Something like that. Yes, like lambs to the slaughter. Oh, the AI is so smart, man. Revolutionary AI for Half-Life 2, allowing the enemies to pathfind better ways to get you and making the gameplay more dynamic. Unfortunately, they are idiots after all. Ain't that in use? Humans are idiots. Oh. Don't kill me. I was only joking about you being idiots. You're actually just way dumber than that. Because you gave yourself away. Oh my god. Oh shit. Hey. Now you're getting yourself into trouble. No. What the fuck just happened? Why did my whole screen go red? The grenade didn't blow up. Hold on. I'm gonna need some more direct persuasion here. Yeah. So what the fuck was I on about before all this happened? Remakes, certainly, but then something else too. Cinematic, AI. Yeah, they gave their positions away by charging at me, shooting me through the window. Oh shit. Yeah, all that hours in Apex Legends really are paying off here. You could just tank the hits, like I said before. But yeah, trying to avoid it, because that makes you look better. Also, like I said before, you have a crate of infinite ammo for a submachine gun, but use whatever weapon you want, because there's plenty enough ammo for everything to get you through everything. If you run out of ammo for everything, you still have this infinite crate of ammo here. Yeah, we're gonna maybe possibly get ourselves in trouble with the mine, but not clear when that might happen. There's an ambush there, I'm pretty sure, because that's why all the barrels are there. They're very reluctant to actually kill me there. Taucan, something scientific. Supposedly good, large, I mean, a lot of firepower in this gun is what it's supposed to be, but it seems to be doing more poorly than your handguns or like small arms that you don't need to mount. It's supposed to be a heavy machine gun that you need to mount on a car that charges with energy from the car. That's more than you can carry on your person. It should be more powerful than regular guns, but it isn't. Should there be a roller mine? Maybe? No, I guess not. So yeah, this is a great moment to, of course, absolutely forget what I was talking about before, but we've got a new thing here. Very important. What is the thing that we're missing in our arsenal, you think? What it is a sniper rifle, so let's talk about it.
Car-related trivia. The sound for the buggy was created from a sound library and is a recording of a 1968 Camaro with a racing engine and stainless steel exhaust pipes.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. So, first off, yeah, great piece of trivia. At the spot where we finally pick up the crossbow sniper rifle that shoots red hot glowing rebars, or rebarbs, is it? I think it's rebars, because it's a bar, not a barb. And one pile of it is like 6 of them, I think. But of course, it's like the ammo crate. If you pick it up, you're gonna lose all of it. If you waste one and then decide to pick it up, you're essentially wasting ammo. There isn't enough enemies in the area in front of us to use up all the ammo, and it's not gonna be convenient for you to then use all that ammo, come back all the way over here and pick up whatever you left behind. So there's that. It also has zoom and is actually a very precise weapon for once, but of course, to balance it out, it's one shot, pretty much bolt action. It's a fucking crossbow. It works like a crossbow. It's not automatic at all. You have to reload the crossbow because it's one shot. Also, the joke with it is there's also a fall off for the bullet. I mean, the projectile. It can pin enemies to the walls. 2 walls. It's a cool mechanic, but they just need to be close enough. Oh, there it is. There's a roller mine there for us to get hit with. There we go. I hit one dude on the outpost, on the lookout. Both of the other ones ran away and hid, and I shot once. Now I can pick up the ammo and waste it. I can not pick it up and waste it, and there are your options. It's one of the more fun, one of the more unique maybe weapons in the game, but there is also pretty much the most useless because the ammo is very scarce compared to all the other weapons. Even revolver ammo is more common than this. Yeah. So the commentary notes. I like the commentary notes, I like the commentary, and I like, you know, trivia and development informations about the games. And that's the first time I came across them was in Half-Life 2 Episode 1, because they allowed that. They actually, that was developer made kind of developer diaries in it, and then other things copied it, like for instance even Amnesia: The Dark Descent. And this one, even though this one didn't originally have it, that's why we've got community commentary and not developers commentary. So there's that. But in the next games, commentary nodes take over the camera and controls, take away the controls from you, often actually, to show you a specific thing that would require that would require you to position you somewhere, to spawn more enemies, to present their AIs, animations, things like that. That's why there is a disclaimer or like a warning message that when you're doing that in the game, it won't count. No, there it is, it picked up, so ammo wasted. 5 shots for 1, amazing. Jeez, you just cheated in, right? Just cheated in. Also, hey, laser barrier, almost invisible. If only there was damage for crashing into objects, you'd be fucking dead. Multiple times did I actually like got myself into trouble with this, like crashed into the barrier because I didn't see it until it was pretty much too late. Right, roller mines, come on over here. Your presence is required. Wow, the bullet, well, the bolt, the rebar moves so slowly here. Damn. Bam. It's really slow considering it has no fletching and how heavy it is. It's very awkward, but fortunately it moves oh, good hitboxes. Must be the inspiration for Dark Souls hitboxes. Dark Souls 2 specifically, I'm pretty sure. So yes, the commentary nodes, barely Nectin. Commentary nodes take control away from you in the next games, and they present you with fancy things. This game doesn't really do that. The next game and the next games have a disclaimer that you might encounter, that your achievements won't count, because at these moments you become invincible and things are not so it's cheating, right? So they don't want to let you get all the... There it is. This is how the roller mine works. It attaches itself to whatever, unless it can't because you're made of flesh and blood and you're not magnetic, and just zaps you with electricity over and over again. How much of it, well, how much battery life does it have that it can jolt anything with electricity for eternity, essentially? I don't know, magic. Supposedly never an issue, because, you know, you destroy them pretty quickly, you dispatch of them pretty quickly. The nodes take control away from you to show things, and they make you invisible and shit like that, so they don't count for achievements. But this game, probably because it's community commentary. Because it's community commentary and not developer's diary, they don't have the tools. See? You got pinned to the wall. It doesn't look like it because collision boxes and anime ragdolls. But yes, that's what it's depicting here. Community commentary doesn't have the developer's tools to, I guess, enable or facilitate such feats of strengths or just animation. Anyway, right, so this is a cool thing, sort of, I think. First off, you know, the armored truck of Combine was the source of power for the barrier, which is interesting. It's interesting that they would deploy in lore or in the universe, they would deploy their car in such a role, immobilizing it essentially. But they also have these blocks that you stop your car from rolling away with, and they actually modeled those and stuck them under there. Interesting. I find it a pretty interesting detail, I think, and you should too. Yeah. So yeah, wait and look forwards to playing Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2, where the camera and control is taken away from me and the animations of the enemies are frozen like Vortigaunt at the very beginning of the game. And that was the only thing that was stopped being animated just for us to experience the commentary node, which is, that place is the least dangerous place you could apply that in, so it's the most pointless one. Anyway, so we're through here. Was there anything else I wanted to mention? There are things still I wanted to talk about to just, you know, make it funny, or like at least share my experiences with the world, of the world. Yeah, we jump. Let's get these supplies and then we're gonna be finished with here. There's a big thing coming on the channel, and it's gonna take a while, not only to finish, but probably to, you know, set up. Like, the setup isn't that big of a deal, but it's also not an easy undertaking, considering that I'm pretty much I'm already doing 3 playthroughs. I can't complain. I'm glad that I would have an audience for the third, but for the 4th thing. But I've got my fingers in so many baskets right now, or eggs. Fingers. What's the term? What's the phrase? Whichever it is, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 4th playthrough essentially, and yeah, it will shine some light on some other playthroughs too. What's planned next is, of course, finishing Half-Life and also finishing Star Wars The Force Unleashed series. Yes, in case you don't know, it's a series actually. And again, the pistol, the revolver, has the ability to have ammo taken away by cartridge, and then it remains in its entirety in the world until the ammo is depleted. But I just needed 1, and now 5 shots are gonna stay behind because I didn't waste my ammo all over the place. What good is that? Yeah, that's how you have to. It's always the suffering of, you know, it's always wasteful. Waste not, need not, sort of a rule you could say I live by. So it pains me to just leave that behind. If only they allowed greater ammo capacity, I would be able to pick up more and be more free using it. But I don't. Yeah, oh, last thing I wanted to mention. I promise it's almost over. Yeah. The blinding lights and how it looks at the edges of the world. Oh, it's almost the end? No, it's not. It's fine. I knew we were missing something. So like this haze, this mist, this weird like glow over in the distance. Like I mentioned before, Half-Life Lost Coast had a tech demo where it models your eye adapting to light, so the iris contractions and how it would look like, and it's implemented here, and it seems like it's very heavy actually, especially in these places, or in this place. Right, so that'll be it for today. A little bit more gameplay focused talk we had today. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. People say you should be doing this because it's your hobby, because it's fun. It is fun. I like playing these games for some reason. For some reason, as I mentioned in previous playthroughs, I'm fucking raging at those games, saying they're not actually as perfect as I remember. Hype is not there anymore. You shouldn't be hyped for it. But I guess I'm still a sucker and I still play them. And I guess I enjoy them. Yeah. Very well then. This is where we get off. I'll see you next episode. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know when it's gonna be. But hopefully by then I'm gonna start that big thing that someone actually did want to watch. Keep your wallets closed, because I need more and so do you.